Okay, so let's talk about it. As the title says, I have a secret, or it's going to be something pertaining to that. I'm not really sure. I'm doing this video out of somewhat desperation. I'm putting myself out there as well as others. I'm not going to say any names, but I will. Job titles and yeah, you'll pretty much know who I'm talking about. And with me doing this video, it's going to change the course of a lot of things and how people view me at this point. But I think I'm willing to take it. Now, in between this, because I'm a little anxious right now, but my spirit is pushing me to do this. I need to expose myself as well as others, because it's become dangerous. This is the reason why I'm doing this video. I'm a witch. Whatever it is that you call us, witches, sorcerers, whatever it is, I don't know. Whatever you guys call us. The point of this video is because of the things that I'm dealing with on my job now. In previous videos, out of my frustrations, a lot of my videos, I've made them private because people like to be nosy, and when they don't have shit better to do, and there is going to be some profanity in here because I am a little hyped up. You know, they like to expose people, but haha, bitch, I'm exposing myself to the fullest point. So you tune in, sit down, have yourself a drink, some popcorn, and be ready to avoid after I let you know what it is today. Okay, so there are people at my job that are like myself, but like I told a coworker, their intentions are a little more sinister. I haven't done anything to try to take someone's life, but there has been a few attempts on my own, and the reason for that, and I don't think the men realize how much on the spectrum a lot of these women are, and what lengths they're willing to go to obtain the attention or just that man himself. Me, I'm focused on my money. I'm at a point in my life where I just want financial security, okay? I'm getting close to that time. I still got some more years to go to wrap this stuff up with work. And so I'm basically trying to build some sort of security so I don't have to continue to do this. Has those attempts been successful? No. So you're probably asking, well, you know, if you're a witch, why isn't your situation a little better? I'll get to that. Okay? I'll get to that. But as for right now, it's I don't think these men realize what sort of things that they stir up in that building. And in between this video, I will be taking pauses because sometimes I have to give myself a break to just process what exactly I've been enduring all these years, just by the hands of witchery, you know. And the reasons behind it. The reasons are because these women have an illusion that these men present themselves in a way that they give them these ideas that they could possibly be something. Or again, like I said, a lot of these women are on a spectrum, so maybe they know it's not that, but it's just the idea that they're thriving, they're getting the high off the attention. And okay, that's perfectly fine. But when you're using your knowledge and your power to harm somebody else, to gain as much attention and whatever it is that you're desiring, it's not fucking okay. It's not fucking okay at all. And my coworker that I work with now in the same area, just to let people know, who seem to think that she's innocent, and she's fucking not. She is one as well. And I got confirmation last week because she asked me about my health. Now, in my previous videos, I know you guys know the things that I kind of have issues with, and now it's become apparent that it's been having a helping hand. So I know you're probably saying, okay, well, what does that have to do with anything? Well, either I'm going or it keeps me away from the job. That's the whole point. You have to have an evil soul to want to go to that extreme. But this individual asked me about my health. I said, I'm fine, I'm doing okay. They proceeded to say, are you sure you're okay? So I had my back turned, not to mention that they got up from their seat, went down the aisle so that I could not be face to face with them. And there's a lot of times when this individual cannot look me in the face. Mind you, I've known them for a good amount of years, okay? And assumed that this person was a friend, but don't they all come in that form as a friend? She went down the aisle and my back was turned because I was in my cabinet, and she asked me, like, are you sure that your health is okay? And I stopped, I paused, and I stopped, and I'm like, what the fuck is she asking me? Am I sure? I'm like, yeah, I'm great, I'm fine. I haven't been having any issues at all. Oh, well, I know that you have this issue and this issue. That has nothing been going on with it? No. I don't have a whole lot of friends. Let's just put that out there. I don't have a whole lot of friends because of this sort of thing. I don't trust anybody. I don't trust anybody. And then when I am a friend to somebody, I'm more of a friend to them than they are to me. You know what I'm saying? So, because with me, I'm not worried about a person that's supposed to be my friend getting attention from men or having a man in their lives or whatever. You know, if you're happy, I'm happy that you're happy with the person that you're with. You know, that's the sort of person I am. If this individual is interested in you, I don't want him if he's interested in you. You know? So I'm at the point now I want to get out. I want to get out because I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight anymore. because I've had to protect myself in the past. So this is a consistent thing. The last time I did almost lose my life. I was very close to losing my life behind the same sort of shit. Women, if a man don't want you, don't go to these links. Don't go to these links. If you feel like another woman is in the way of you being with somebody, let me explain something to you. We are humans. We have choices, okay? We have choices. If that man is choosing you, he's going to choose you. You don't have to worry about another woman getting in the way. Because if that man is for you, he's going to let that woman know, I'm over here. I have no interest in what you're offering, what you have to say, or any of that sort of thing. I'm not interested. I'm over here. This is where I'm at. It takes that man to put that woman in her place. You should not be using magic to harm that woman or to put her in the ground or any of that sort of sick nonsense. That shit is not fucking okay. It's not fucking okay at all. That man is not for you if you're going to these sorts of links. Okay? Take mental note of that. And for you motherfucking bitches that's out here doing work, love work on these motherfuckers with violent tendencies, that shit is just going to intensify it. I want you people to take mental note of what I'm telling you. Okay? Because I'm long time into this. Long time. I was taught when I was 13 years old. Or I was a child, basically. So I'm long time into this. Okay? Stop doing love work on these men that are they on the spectrum. Stop it. Just cut it the fuck out. If somebody's for you, they're going to come to you without you having to do any magic or any nonsense like that. Okay? All right. So now we got past that. Back to the job. So the last time it was over a person, this woman, just like this one, had a person already. But I don't know what it is about these men at work where these dumb bitches want to leave the man that they're already with or whatever, or sneak around behind their backs to deal with these men at work that are not looking for no sort of serious relationship or anything of that nature. What you are is a number. Okay? Let me say this again. Y'all men gonna probably be mad at me, but I don't give a fuck. Come holler at me if it's that serious. Come holler at me, please. And shit. Cause I am a hood chick too. Okay? And at this point, I'm not giving a goddamn about this job because I got some place to go. Alright? I don't give a damn about this job like this. I'm fed up with this bullshit. I'm fed up with this magical bullshit. I'm fed up with this goddamn, what the fuck? This goddamn these motherfuckers worried about ass. I am tired. Like I am so frustrated. Hell, I can't even think. Okay, but I'm tired. I'm sick of it. So y'all feel some type of way, come holler at me, please. And shit at your discretion. Okay? Cause keep in mind. Just keep in mind. Okay, don't try it. So the sneaking around. You already have a man and you sneaking around with somebody at work. You being what you know already, if your relationship is it's not all that good, whatever, then why don't you just work on what the fuck you got instead of spending all this time, energy, and money to work on a man that don't want you, or trying to remove a woman that ain't even thinking about neither one of y'all like that. Okay? You out here, you doing the absolute fucking most. The absolute fucking most. But I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of people playing with my life over men that just want to get in a community and just discuss how you are in the bedroom. Let's just call it what it is, because that's exactly what the fuck it is. Like they get into a community to discuss what the fuck you like in the bedroom, what your skills is like. So if that's what you represent and that's how you want to be put out there, that's completely fine. But in the spiritual community, and let me say this for you amateur fucks, in the spiritual community, this shit does not come without repercussions. It does not come without repercussions, because you're doing shit with no just cause, no justifications for what you're doing. And you're tapping into the evil side of things. You're getting assistance from negative entities is what you're doing. You're not getting no helping hand from good spirits when you're doing shit like that. I want to be very clear as possible. Very fucking clear. You're not tapping into nothing that is good, that is assisting you in your bullshit. And then you're around here, you got family members, you got kids and shit. I had to warn my coworker, and I hope she keep this shit in mind. When you be out here, my aunt used to tell me, when you out here and you doing fuck shit and you doing all kind of dirty shit to people and stuff, karma gets your ass. And it don't necessarily get you, but it works itself around and get other people in your damn family or even your damn kids and shit. And she does have a sickly child. So why the fuck are you out here doing this shit? I gotta calm myself. I keep my family protected. FYI. I keep my family protected. But I've been beat down quite a bit without a break. Without a fucking break. I've been beat down by people that want to use their powers for not good. And let's just be clear. I don't know how much of this that I'm going to go into today. And I don't know how long this video is going to be. It's probably going to be pretty long. So you can stick around or you can tap out. But this video is going to probably be pretty long. Prior to these two incidents, it was a so-called family member. Their reasons for doing whatever it is that they feel like, I have no idea. But that time, I snapped, crackled, and popped, and I had a little hospital stay. Okay? Behind that situation. So after I got out, because this shit is about to get deep, so I hope you're sitting down. And you can call me the liar or whatever shit. I don't care. I know what my experience was like. And can't nobody tell me no otherwise. After I got out, I had a little vacation. I stayed in a timeshare that me and my ex had at the time. I was with my ex. I was still married. I'm no longer married now. I was asleep. And, with me and my sleep, I'll probably do another video on that. I'm quite the traveler. And how I can describe that situation was something like, what is the name of that movie? I can't even think of it right now. Insidious. How the little boy kind of drifted beyond places that he had no business going. That shit is very real. It's very real. So in this instance, I kind of drifted off beyond the points that I should have been. Okay? I've done this shit since I was a kid, but I never got that far off. I ran into a person, and I'm like, okay, he was a little attractive, and not nobody I've ever met before and stuff like that. But I'm like, okay. So I went on about my business. I met this person, I went on about my business. I'm here, I'm there, okay. So in the mist, I plops down, like I literally like dropped down. And I dropped down, I'm looking around. The area is dark, very dark. It looked like this world. It looks like this one, but very dark. And the only light was the flames. The flames. The flames. And in the corners lurked, the D word. That was what was in the corners. So I'm walking down this street, and I'm avoiding the little corners and stuff because apparently, I guess they just wait for people to kind of drop down and they snatch them up or whatever. So I'm walking down this street or whatever, and I run into the guy again, right? And so he started off, oh, you're trying to find your way out of here. Okay, follow me here. Okay, I'm following him because I had met him before, right? So then, it's always kind of difficult when I talk about this. And next thing you know, I ended up on like a platform. And next thing you know, this person tells me like, yeah, here, just take my hand. And at first I was hesitant. I'm like, take your hand. Like, yeah, take my hand and follow me. I was like, we're on this platform. Where the hell are we going to go? You know what I mean? Where are we going to go? And then the other one comes in. And so I'm looking, I'm like, wait a minute, who? It's two of you? It's two of you? And so the other one that's standing behind me, because he was standing behind me, he says, that is not me. And don't take his hand. And he's like, he's lying. That he's not real. So this is like this debate between the two of them. But the one is still telling me to take his hand, right? But the one that's behind me is not telling me to take his hand and go anywhere. So then I began to think like, well, what the hell? I was so confused. Like, what the hell is going on here? Prior to me getting to this point, I'm in and out. So like, I see my husband at the time laying next to me, and I know like my body is paralyzed and I can't even speak, and I'm trying to shout out to him to tell him to wake me up while I'm in this whatever world. To me, it was that place. And I couldn't speak, I couldn't move. I wanted to like nudge him and I couldn't. I was literally panicking. I was literally panicking between, my in and out and stuff. And I'm like, I was trapped, basically, I think. But going back to the platform thing, the one that was telling me to take his hand and shit, I realized there was something different. He said something or did something that wasn't familiar with the other one that was behind me. And I knew, like, you're not this person. So I basically had to choose. That's what it's getting down to. I had to choose. Either I was going to take his hand and go on, or I was going to deny, and I don't know what was going to happen at that point, right? But I told him, I was like, you're not the person that I met earlier. You're not him. And he immediately got angry. He got angry, and then once he got angry and started to transform, the other one grabbed me, and we basically flew out of there. And so you're probably saying, you flew out of there, so it was an angel? Yes, it was an angel. It was Saint Michael. It was Saint Michael that saved me from being stuck down there. So think of this scenario. If I had taken his hand and chose up wrong, then I probably would have not woke up. And I think probably that was the intent during that time when a so-called family member, which I got confirmation later on down the line, that was exactly this. It's not an illusion. It's not speculations. It's not allegedly. It was very much so. Okay? I wasn't supposed to wake up. And so that angel is Saint Michael. So with that, I had the tattoo done. This is Saint Michael. Okay? I had that tattoo done a little while after that incident. Okay, so now we're gonna fast forward. What is this? 3 years ago, I had a surgery. Now, during that time, this is when I was having some issues with a supervisor. Okay. So, some of you that's watching this video, yeah. And you can believe it or not, or whatever, it doesn't matter to me. I know what I experienced. I know what the hell was going on that nobody else knew about, you know. So, I had a fibroid, and I had it for quite some time, but during that time when there was an issue with me and the supervisor and another individual, because it had something to do with a man. We're going to put that out there. The fibroid was getting larger and larger and larger, and it was getting to the point where it was becoming harder for me to maneuver. And even one of my managers, which is no longer there, noticed that I was moving slower, and I was in pain right along with it. I was very much in a lot of pain and discomfort. Okay. So they wanted to do surgery on me. I had been avoiding the surgery for a few years. But it got to the point where it was so bad, I had to give in to the surgery just so that I can have some relief, okay? But with that, because I was battling so hard with this person with witchcraft, I was afraid because I knew that if I have the surgery, there is a good chance that I would not make it, which I told my ex, which is my best friend, even right today. There's a good chance I might not make it. So, like I said, I gave in. I made the appointment for the surgery. I didn't have it done at my local hospital, but I went a ways out, thinking that I'll go here and I'll probably get the best treatment, a better treatment, and things will be okay, right? And that's not what happened. So I was already feeling uneasy, and the day came. So, you know, they prepped me everything for surgery. I did my praying. Just because I'm a witch doesn't mean that I don't pray. I have my rosary. I do believe in God or somehow higher power. I did my prayers and stuff, and you know, I do wear crystals and other things to protect myself because it's just that fucking bad at work. All right. So they wheeled me in the room. I knew immediately there was something in that room. I fucking knew immediately there was something else in that room. But I called on to the spirit that I call on to, and I'm not telling you guys who, and I asked them to be with me in the midst of this surgery. So I'm pretty sure when I was out, there was a battle. My surgery, I had a hysterectomy, okay? So if any of you guys are familiar with the procedure with that, okay. If you're not, YouTube it. So they did my surgery, and I came out, and all right, I'm like, all right, you know, I made it. You know what I'm saying? It's okay, no complications. So I thought. That doctor almost killed me. He ended up cutting my ureter, and I was leaking waste in my stomach. And I couldn't understand for the life of me, because I would ask the nurses to give me an ice pack to put on my stomach. And I have a scar because they literally cut me from here all the way down. Okay, so I would, because of my sutures and my staples, whatever and stuff, I would ask the nurse to give me an ice pack to put on my stomach because my stomach was hot all the time. And so she was very nice about giving me my ice packs, and would tell the other staff, and they would, you know, when they change shifts, you know, she likes to have her ice packs around this time or whatever. Can you please make sure that she has her ice packs and stuff? So they were fine with that. The conditions, they want to make sure that once they give you that surgery or whatever, everything is functioning, you're able to, you know, to have a bowel movement and all that good stuff. Well, I hadn't. And so they were giving me stool softeners and stuff like that. One nurse, because it's always one or two that has a nasty attitude, was forcing me to have, I was like, I don't want, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know. So she was like, take these pills and da-da-da-da. When I took those pills, oh my God, the pain the pain, and oh my God, I was like, get somebody in here. I am in pain. I feel like I am dying right now. Get somebody in here now. So a doctor came in. So he ends up telling me that the doctor that did the surgery on me, he's not in, Okay, that's cool. So because I was in so much pain, they ran some tests on me, and come to find out, he cut my ureter, and then I was leaking basically fluid in my stomach and all this stuff. So I had to have a blood transfusion. I had to be on dialysis. I had to go through all kind of fucking hell. Not to mention, I literally almost died behind that shit. Not to mention, I had to have another procedure. I had to go through another surgery because of that. And that surgery was, I had to have an incision here, put in my stomach, and one in my back to drain the urine. I wore that shit for like half a fucking year. Not to mention, when I first had the surgery, I missed quite a bit of work because I had an expectation date to go back to return to work, and I couldn't because of that shit. And that was all in her plan to keep me away from work and so on and whatnot. But it was more sinister than that. Just to remove me altogether. So I went through hell. I wore that shit for half a year, and then they were telling me that I may be wearing that shit for the rest of my fucking life. Not to mention, there was a point where I wasn't even mobile. They sent me home with a wheelchair, walker, and all kind of shit. I had nurses coming out to clean my, and swap out my bags and all kind of shit. And I kept getting infections because the bags and everything. And I got to the point where I was actually cleaning the shit myself and stuff, and I had to fucking demand that they swap the shit out and the tubing and all of that, because I'm like, this shit is the the medical care that I got during that time of going through that was excruciating. When I would go for my checkups and things like that, those doctors was always inflicting pain on me. I suffered. I suffered behind that. I eventually returned to work, which I was kind of happy about. I was able to be mobile again. It took me some time to pick up the pace and stuff because I did move slow, very slow. And I went to work with those bags. I went to work with those bags attached to me. And I would have to empty them like every so often. But I wore like a belt, and I would just like attach them to the waistband and in my leg, because I had two. And they didn't know. The only person that knew was my manager, because I confided in him, what happened to me. And, so they were pretty nice to me, not giving me a hard time in my ability to work and shit. I apologize for being emotional, but it just blows my mind just how selfish and evil people can be. And for the reasons, I'll say this, being a long-time witch myself, you do shit to this degree when it's justifications, just cause, if someone done some harm to you, or some shit like that. But to go to this extreme, to be with a man, and let me just add, she didn't even end up with that man. She didn't end up with him. She didn't end up with that man. And I was dealing with him, just to put that out there, because I don't want to leave any parts of this shit out. And again, like I said, I do protection work for myself. And he was being dishonest with the both of us. You know what I mean? Because here I thought it was just us, because she went on like she was interested in somebody else. So I'm like, cool, she's not there. There's nothing going on between them. And so we started communicating and further on whatever, right? Because I thought there was nothing else going on there, because she went on to socialize with somebody else. She was showing interest towards somebody else. I'll say that. So I assumed that there was nothing else going on, which I also told a close friend of his. I assumed that there was nothing going on. Had I known that this was going to be some type of fucking triangle or bullshit, I would have never fucking even went as far as I did. Because I'm not in the business of fighting over a fucking man. There's too many of them out here. There's too many fucking men out here, and I have the choosings of whoever the fuck I want. I don't need to just stay to one. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem in that area. So I don't need to fight over a man. Okay? Spiritually or any other, physically. I don't need to go to that route. Okay? Let's just be clear on that. I don't need to go to these links for a man. Okay? But some of these people feel like they do. So she didn't even end up with him. And I mean, honestly, let's put the shit out there. He was older than her, and she was only interested in him for monetary reasons. There it is. There was nothing else there. She knew how much money he was sitting on. So, you know what I'm saying? Let me slide over here. And I'm sure he knew. And he used the shit up for as long as he could use the shit up, and let her think whatever the fuck she wanted to think in her mind. That's what's wrong with you females. These dudes will let you think whatever the fuck you want to think about your situation with them. And as long as they're getting what they need out of the situation, cool. Until they don't want to deal with you no more. And then you're mad because now you see him over here with somebody else. And then you want to be mad at that woman, and she don't even know what the fuck is going on. And for you men, stop fooling with these women that do this shit. And I know it's hard for y'all to decipher who do what and when and how, but stop playing with the emotions of these women. You in the danger zone. I just explained there's been attempts on my life. So if they will go to those links to do that sort of shit to me, what the fuck do you think that they'll do to you? You may wake up one day and your ding ding don't even work. And you'll be thinking like, well, what the hell is going on? Going to the doctor, and the doctor, I ran all kind of tests. I don't see, because that's how that shit works. The doctor won't find a goddamn thing wrong with you. But yeah, your shit won't do like this anymore. Stop playing with the emotions of these women. You just want to whatever, then you need to let her know that. And if she can't hack it, then you need to move on to the next. I'm not here to judge what people do, intimately, but y'all need to know who you can do X, Y, and Z with and who you can't do X, Y, and Z with. Because if somebody else has dealt with this person and they don't fucking do what cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and shit with that individual, they're gonna do the same shit with you. So don't you go sliding up to them, trying to fucking think, because you gonna get the same motherfucking results or worse. Stop the bullshit. I'm just here to bring awareness that this shit is circulating. It is circulating. It is no longer a secret thing. It's out in the open now. It's here on YouTube. Here I am. It's a lucrative business now. For people that really know how to work it. And then for people that don't, I mean, they still got businesses, but you know what I'm saying? You don't got to know a whole lot about the products you sell. But it's a lucrative business. Because people want to believe what they want to believe. These tarot readers. Again, I'm not gonna be a huge judge, but some of them, I'll say that a lucrative business. All you got to know is what to say, and which is pretty much is generalization. And most people have like same things going on, and they're like, oh, I see that you've been struggling with money. Bitch, who the fuck ain't struggling with money? I mean, for real now. Who the fuck ain't been struggling with money? Who is not? Oh, I see you got problems on the job. Who the fuck don't have problems on the job? Stop the bullshit. You gotta be mindful who you go to when it comes to that shit too. I read tarot. I read tarot too. I read tarot in a way like some of these people, and it's like, okay, everybody do their shit in a different way. I do my shit in a different way, where I lay out my cards and whatever. I do my shit in a different way. I use other divination tools and shit, but they speak to me, So not only am I reading, but I'm being told things. I hear conversations of the things that I'm reading. When it comes to if people are asking me for a relationship readings, I can hear conversations. Yeah, I can feel emotions. That's how I am with my readings and stuff. I'm not a professional, so don't get in the comments. No, I'm not a professional, but I do know what the fuck I'm doing. All right. So my cards will tell me people's business that I don't fucking want. I'm like, why are you telling me? I don't want to know that. I didn't ask you about that, but they feel like I need to know. I don't even ask them about certain people, and they just tell me. I'm like, okay, can we just stop right here? But this video is not about tarot reading, okay? This video is about people using witchcraft and using it for the wrong reasons. And it is it's heavy on the job. I don't know if I should share this, but maybe I should. I have nothing to lose, because that's why I'm doing this video. I feel like I have nothing to lose now. The same person who's done some shit to me, she was having issues on the job, because again, like I said, it was a supposedly family member, but really isn't. There's no there's no DNA connection with me and this individual, okay? So I'll just put that out there like that. But her and this lady was having some issues on the job. And I really don't know all the contents was behind it. I don't know if there was a promotion and, if there was a battle over the promotion. But person A, which is the person that did work on me, person A went to consult a spiritualist, found out person B was also doing some work, okay? And was extreme with their stuff. They was tapping into some dark shit and basically trying to person A, right? So with that being said, person B is no longer with us. So that just tells you how deep person A is into this shit. Okay? Person B is no longer with us. All right? So you're probably saying, well, how are you still there? Exactly. How am I still here? Well, and I've been giving this some thought doing this video. I believe that I'm a bloodline. A bloodline, comes with a lot of abilities. It's hard to basically us. So what I figured out with myself is with each traumatic experience that I have, I gain a new ability. That sounds crazy, but I've learned that each traumatic situation that I have, I gain a new ability. The card readings, I couldn't do that shit before. I can do it now. I couldn't do it before. Before my other experience for the hospital and all of that, and my trip to hell, I can sense people have passed. My ex, when I met him, his father was still, with us. And he passed away when we were together. And he passed away in his sleep. So when we went to the home, he was still in the house. Of course, the people there, the coroners and stuff was there to pick up his body and everything. But I saw him. And he spoke to me. Now, I didn't tell my ex that for a long time because I didn't want him to think that I was fucking nuts. So I didn't tell him what exactly he said to me. Okay? And I saw him as well. Later on, years on down the line, his mom started coming around. And the reason why I never met his mom was already, gone, when we met. She had been, dead for quite some while, quite a few years. And she, I don't know exactly how long, but she's been dead for some time. And so I never got to meet her is my point that I'm trying to make. I never had the opportunity to meet her. So she started coming around. And the reason why I knew it was her is because the two of them were together. And so I just would ask him, I was like, hey, did your dad wear Old Spice? And he was like, yeah. Why are you asking me that? No, never mind. I was just wondering. Because again, I didn't want to share that with him. So another time, you know, like I said, they would come together. So, hey, did your mom smoke? Yeah. How did you know that? Just asked him. No, but why are you asking me that? Well, you just asking me, why are you just randomly asking me, did my mom smoke? When I asked him that his mom smoked, it was because I was smelling cigarette smoke around. Like a lot of times she'd be standing right next to me, and I could smell, she would be standing there smoking, because I could smell it strong, like it was an actual person standing there smoking. And it kind of freaked me out. I was like, where is that? At the time, I lived in an apartment. And so I thought maybe the smoke was coming from the vents and stuff. No. It was his parents. So I eventually hustled up enough nerve to tell him that his parents was coming around. And just, I was like, I don't want you to think that I'm fucking crazy and stuff, but your parents is coming around, and I don't know what exactly, maybe they just wanted me to tell you that they're coming around. But after I told him, then they stopped coming around. I couldn't sense them anymore after I told him that they had been visiting. So, like I said, with each traumatic experience, I gained a new ability. Maybe this, I don't know what's the game, what's the next step and shit for this, me going through this. Like, I don't know what the next step, but I think I'll pass. I mean, shit, what more do I need? You know, I don't really use this ability to help others, and maybe I should. He's been telling me, he was like, put yourself out there. I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be judged and He says, who gives a fuck if somebody judges you? When did you start caring what other people think? I said, you know what? You're right. But still, we're not looked upon very good. You know what I mean? So I don't know if that's a part of myself I want to share with others. You know? I don't want to be, you know, because people, oh, you're devil worshippers, you're this, you're that, you're the, you know, up until you need something, and then you don't have nothing to say up until you need something. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of you guys that's judging us for being out and open, y'all go into these godforsaken churches and stuff, and what the fuck you think these pastors are doing? Using people like us, wanting to do work so y'all to pass over your fucking money. You know? Do you think these entertainers, they just doing this shit all alone? No. They got people doing work. Like, y'all need to really like get with the program and see stuff for what it is. Everything, like, there's a lot of shit that has us working in the shadows for them. We're good enough for you, for your benefit, but you want to get out in your congregation and tell your congregation that we're evil and we're sinners and we're this and that and the third and all this kind of stuff. You're judging us. Judgment is a sin. Judgment is a sin. Greed is a sin. Lust is a sin. We all fucking do it. We all do it. We all do it. You can't just pick certain things in the Bible and throw it at somebody and stuff, and to make yourself feel like you're closer to heaven's gates and shit than somebody else. That doesn't make you better than anyone else. I know I'm gonna get judged here. I know once this shit is out, I know I'm gonna be judged at work. But for the most part, my coworker that you little miss, and you think I don't know, I know. I know. And stop while you're ahead. Just stop while you're ahead. Don't dig yourself any deeper into the pit than you already are. Because you have no just cause for doing whatever it is that you feel like you need to do to me. You have no just cause. I haven't taken anything from you. I haven't harmed you. I haven't disrespected you. You have no just cause to do evil workings towards me. Just like the other one had no just cause to do evil workings towards me. And for you men, again, I'm going to say, stop. Hold on, because I know this. I've been, y'all been getting a glare. Stop playing with the emotions of these women and shit. These hoes be on the motherfucking spectrum. They be on the spectrum. Then you be having all kind of drama and shit. And these bitches be wanting to file on you and all this fucking just kooky shit. And just stop. Or you having all kind of troubles and shit. Like these bitches, like y'all like there's so many videos now of people talking about this sort of thing and talking about magic backfiring. You know why that shit backfired? Because you an amateur motherfucker and you ain't got no business messing with it. I'm just gonna be, because again, 13 years old in, and I'm 53 now. Okay, that's a long motherfucking time. Stop playing with this shit. This is not for fucking play. When you're around here and I'm gonna move this bitch out the way and shit, you're summoning the D. Okay, you're summoning that sort of thing to do that type of workings. Okay, when you out here doing this fucking love shit and trying to get this man to be with you and shit, you're summoning something negative. You ain't summoning fucking Cupid. Stop the bullshit. I'm pissed off. I'm like pissed off because I'm sick of this shit now. I'm fucking sick of you goddamn feeble mind ass bitches. Like, I'm so fucking tired of this shit now. Y'all need to work on yourselves and shit. Because if you require the attention of a fucking man, that means your self-esteem is right here, bitch. Your self-esteem is here. If you need a fucking motherfucker to come in there and say hello and tell you how pretty you fucking are and all this fucking stupid shit, your self-esteem is here. And then you worried about the next bitch. Oh my God, she's in the way of me getting some attention. What sort of attention are you looking for? You trying to be put on the map? Is that the attention you're looking for? You want people the broadcast you can suck a fucking golf ball through a goddamn water hose? Is that the sort of attention you're looking for? You want people to know you can spread your ass cheeks from Oklahoma to Texas? What attention are you fucking looking for? What attention are you looking for? I just can't believe this is the world we live in now. That we're stupid to the level of harming someone else for attention and validation of other people. And here I am, putting myself out here knowing that I'm going to be crucified to a certain degree. And here I am putting myself out there, which I never really have. You know, nobody wants to be judged. Nobody wants to deal with a modern day stake burning. Okay, that's the mildest I could put that. You know, because I'm sure that's what that experience is like. People side-eyeing you, whispering about you, whatever. It's not nothing that like I've never dealt with before as a kid, you know, being talked about, whatever. My life has been very interesting. I don't know how much I'm gonna share of my life and shit, because I've never shared a whole lot about myself before. Most of my shit is either been promotional or entertaining, or showing you videos where I'm at, or what I'm doing, or where shit that I've done. I don't even on my other channel, because this is my first channel, and I have another channel. Okay, but even on there, I'm just being entertaining over there. And I don't know, some of y'all probably looked at it like, oh, this shit is a little dark. Okay, yeah. You don't have to be over there. You don't have to be here. I'm probably gonna lose some subscribers after this, but I mean, hey, you here to what? Just to see a little bit or the full capacity? You want the truth, or do you want lies? You know, that's up to you. I'm not forcing anybody to stay here. I'm here today for educational purposes, as well as, and I'm just going to go ahead and say that, because I didn't say that I was the mighty Wizard of Oz either. But in the event if something was to happen to me, now you all know why. There's video journal of it. You know why? That's the main thing. I've been expressing to my family what I've been through, what I'm going through currently, and stuff. There's family members and a friend that know what I do, you know. But outside of that, up until today, nobody never really knew. But people think I'm a little unusual. Yeah. People think I'm mysterious. Absolutely. And I am. Look what I do. Why wouldn't I be? You know? I'm what they call a weirdo. You know, oh, you communicate with spirits. Oh, you do this. Oh, you do that. That. Yeah, you're not normal. Okay, that's fine. I didn't ask to be this way. I didn't wish it upon myself, nor did I conjure it up. But I am. You know, I had so much anxiety doing this damn video, but now, what, an hour into it, I'm starting to settle down and starting to feel a little more comfortable with it. For the most part, I want you guys, you ladies, to take this in, that no amount of attention from a man is worth you trying to eliminate someone else. Because if think about this shit, if you have to go to that extreme, that man is not for you. He is not for you. He is not for you. And that relationship is not going to last. And if you got to do magic, burn candles or whatever shit for that man and shit, guess what? Because that man did not want to be with you, that's something you're gonna have to continue to do and invest money into, is to keep that man in place. Why do you want to do that? Why don't you want a natural relationship to somebody that you care about and then cares about you naturally, not without magic? You know? And again, let me say again and again and again, because many times I'm gonna make videos talking about this shit, I'm gonna keep repeating, stop doing work on these volatile niggas. Stop. Because all that shit does is heighten the violence what's already in them. It is not, they are not meant for that shit. So stop doing it. If that nigga already beating your ass, guess what? You do some work on, he gonna beat your ass even more or worse. So stop. Cut the shit out. Just cut the shit. Okay? Now, for those of you that are married and shit, been married for a long time, you just want to protect your circle of your relationship, I'm all for that. I'm all for you protecting your relationship, not you taking some man from somebody else and shit. Cause let me tell you another thing. Let me explain another thing to you hoes and shit. This cause you see that man buying that bitch, his wife, a damn car, he done put her in a house and all. You don't know what the fuck that woman had to fucking go through in order to get the motherfucking perks. Stupid fucking bitches. You don't know what that woman did. I mean, this is her rewards now and shit. Whatever the fuck she had to deal with that man and shit or whatever to get them fucking perks, and you looking at her like, that bitch getting this and that. I need a man to do that for me and shit. Well, go find you one, bitch. Go find you one. That one that ain't yours. Go find you one. You don't know what the fuck that woman had to go through with that fucking man to get all these motherfucking perks and shit. That motherfucker might have been a lifetime fucking cheater, and she just sat and dealt with it. She sat and dealt with that shit. And now his ass is motherfucking older now and shit, and his shit ain't working like that, and he like, well shit, let me do X, Y, and Z so this bitch will stay. Or looking at her, he done dealt with so many hoes out here and them motherfuckers wasn't solid. He want to reward her ass because he like, shit, the mother bitches that I thought was this and that and the third, their asses ain't even, they ain't even around no more. I'm sick of y'all motherfuckers looking at somebody else's goddamn man and looking at him and shit and say, oh, well, he could do that for me. And I can speak on this shit because, again, like I said, I learned this shit when I was 13. And let me tell you why I learned this shit when I was 13. Because, goddamn it, I wasn't raised by my mother. Let's just start there. I wasn't raised by my mother. I was raised by my uncle and my aunt, my biological uncle and aunt by marriage. Okay, my uncle liked to cheat. He cheated. Okay. And he cheated with bitches that fucking work witchcraft. All right. So let's put that out there. Because like I said, I don't know how much it is shit. If it comes out, then I'm going to share it. But if not, then hey, maybe it's for another time. But I was a young girl. I was 13. Like I said. Every so often he fuck around with a bitch that fucking work witchcraft and shit. But this last time, this bitch fucking did some shit and my aunt lost her fucking mind. Like literally lost her fucking mind. Like she went to sleep, she woke up, and I went to check on her ass and she was talking like she was a fucking little kid. So at first, I'm thinking she playing with me, she playing games and shit. Until I realized that she didn't know who the fuck she was and she didn't know who the fuck I was. And I was like, what is going on? I got scared. Now at the time we lived with a family friend. Okay? And so when I went in and told the family friend what the hell was going on and stuff, I walked her because she had a back house. We stayed in a little back house or whatever shit. I walked her to the door and I was like, look, And she was like, who's this lady and stuff. And I said, see? This your friend. This your best friend. Like, and because prior to that, the friend, which is no longer with us, she passed away a long time ago. There had been discussions about what was going on. So she knew, because she knew the signs, right? So she automatically knew when I showed her what the fuck, how she was behaving, and she didn't know herself. What she knew, she automatically fucking knew. So from that point and shit, that's how I learned. That woman taught me. That's how I learned. So now think about this shit. I'm 13 years old. I'm not being brought into this shit on a goddamn on the goddamn beginner scale, okay? I'm being brought in on this shit on the novelist scale and shit, because now I'm working with some dark forces. So this shit has been with me for a long time. I feel like now I'm a fucking beacon for it, you know? So she gave me a list, a task of things to do for her to bring her back from wherever the fuck she was at. Imagine a child dealing with some shit like that. I was a child. I was only 13 years old. I was a child. So I was faithful in what the friend told me to do, you know, every day and stuff. She had me lighting candles and all of that stuff, and yeah, she had me doing all of that. And basically praying over my aunt and shit like that. I'm 13. Eventually she came out of it. She came out of it. And that was the beginning of my story, for as the magic is concerned. I was 13. So for you motherfuckers that's coming in and you're doing it for the purpose because you want a man, you want somebody else's man, fuck you bitches. Straight up, fuck you bitches. Because the audacity. I came into this shit because somebody wanted my uncle. And they didn't care. They didn't care. You gotta get out the way type of shit. The second time, yeah, that's right, you heard me. The second time I was in my 20s. This lady tried to unalive her too. But here's the cold part. This lady pretended to be her friend. That lady came to our house. She was, you know, a family friend. She had holiday dinners with us. They would, mind you, the lady had a husband. So my uncle was friends with the husband. Okay. So she became friends with the wife. All right. So that's how that little dynamic went. And the husband had some medical problems and whatever shit. He had to do dialysis and stuff like that. So my uncle would take him to do his dialysis and whatever. Right? And so my aunt, basically my aunt, she shared a little fucking too much with her friends. And me being a young girl, which, you know, for me, I was always a little older and wiser than my age, okay? And so I would tell her, like, you know, Why do you talk to these friends? None of your friends, none of these women that you know. And one of them I liked a lot. She was like a really, I loved her. She's no longer with us either. And maybe I'll get to that story. Because it is tragic. So the information that you share with these women that you say are your friends that don't have any men, they don't have men. They don't have no men. They don't have no husband. They don't have no boyfriends. You know, even the woman who taught me pretty much what I know, she didn't have a husband. You know, she was by herself. And I'm like, you're on the phone all the time with these women that don't have men. And here your man is going out every day. He's up and out the house before freaking 3-4 o'clock in the morning. He works all day. You know, he works for the sanitation department. So, yeah. And then he comes home. He ain't got no meal. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got no goddamn meal. You're not spending any time with him. When he comes home, you still on the phone with the friends that don't have a man when he comes home. And then he got to pick up food from a fast food joint, you know, for dinner. And then you're telling them about the intimacy level of your relationship. She's like, yeah, I don't do this, and I don't fuck him, and I don't do that. Okay. Then why they need to know that? Why? So with that being said, and again, this is for educational purposes. Okay, she was giving the same information to this lady who presented herself as a friend. Now, when I talked to her some years and years ago, she's like, I was never her friend. Oh, it took everything in me not to say, bitch, what the fuck you mean you was never her goddamn friend? You sat in our house and you ate our motherfucking food. We don't let strangers in the house to eat our motherfucking food. What the hell you mean you wasn't her friend? You borrowed money from her. They paid your fucking y'all's utility bills and bought y'all's groceries and took y'all places. What the hell you mean you wasn't a goddamn friend? You know, you're right. Because a friend wouldn't have done no shit like what the fuck you did. I didn't even argue with her, but this is the conversation that was going on in my goddamn head. So my point to this is that she gave this lady the fucking blueprint to her relationship. She already knew she didn't cook him dinner, right? She already knew she wasn't washing his clothes and make sure he had clean clothes to go to work in, right? She already knew she wasn't having sex with him and he wasn't getting the X, Y, and Z. Okay, I'm not gonna be too explicit on here. And she already knew that. So she had all the keys to the castle. So what the fuck you think she did with him? That be the problem with y'all bitches. Y'all be sitting here sharing all this information. When y'all have a man, y'all sharing all this extra details and information with this so-called friend that don't have a goddamn man, or if she do, that motherfucker going oops upside her motherfucking head, whatever the fuck he feel, he knocking her shit in between the refrigerator and the goddamn stove. Okay, you sharing all your shit with her, and she looking at you because maybe your man work. Maybe he'll pay the bills, or maybe he paying all the bills in the house. And she looking at you and shit, you see him talking about, yeah, blah, blah, blah. He get on my motherfucking nerves and this and that. Just the fucking stupid complaining. Go tell a counselor that shit. Don't tell that bitch that her man ain't doing a goddamn thing for her and knocking her shit in between the refrigerator and the stove. Don't tell her that shit. Educational purposes. Educational purposes. Don't be telling these hoes all your shit. Or if you feeling some type of way about your man, go talk to a fucking counselor. Then you be wondering why and shit when your ass go to work, why this same bitch that you done told he get on your motherfucking nerves and X, Y, and Z, why she in your shit where you paying the rent fucking your man. Cause you done gave her the blueprint to your shit. You can sit there and be still like, you know what? I don't really like, I don't like oral sex and stuff. He be asking me all the time, you know, to do it. I try, but I just can't do it. And she around there, so I'm like, In her head, to my, you give me a chance and I'll do X. I'm not gonna get explicit. I'll do X, Y, and Z to his ass. He be over here at my house paying my fucking bills. Stupid bitch. That's all them hoes be thinking. You be sitting there telling them all your shit. And that bitch be sitting here thinking about how she can suck your man's dick when your ass is at work. I need you bitches to get a clue. Buy a vow. Get a clue. I don't know what you need to do, but do better. That's all I can say is fucking do better. Or you be like my aunt. You got that bitch that sit here, either know some shit or know somebody that knows some shit, and next thing you know, your man out the damn door. And he had no interest in that bitch whatsoever. But, you know, she was sliding a little something here and there and shit. And maybe flirting with him a little, doing a little touchy shit and stuff. Transference. The touchy shit, transference. Energy transference. Y'all hoes be so worried about a man and shit and don't know how to take care of one. Y'all don't know how to take care of one. That's why some of these motherfuckers don't be wanting to be with y'all, because y'all just be on some shit. And always underneath these motherfucking friends that you think is your friends. Again, I'm on here for educational purposes and shit. Stop doing fuddy-duddy shit for the purposes of a man. Anyway, back to the story about my aunt. That lady, she tried to put her in the ground. Straight up and down, she tried to put her in the ground. She was unsuccessful. But she tried. She tried. And at the point where he hadn't left the house yet, but they was getting bold. Her and some other woman, or it was just some other woman, was calling the house and cussing my aunt out and telling her coochie was dry and this and telling some old nasty shit. Yo, you this, that, and third and then. And I was thinking to myself, because again, like I said earlier, I'm a hood chick. I was like, oh Lord, you couldn't be on the phone with me talking, because I will meet you where you were at. I'll be at your front door, because I'm that type. I'll be at your goddamn door. Because you're not about to sit on and pop no shit on to me on the phone. And you think I'm not about to knock you in between the refrigerator and the stove, because I am that type. I am. I'm not even gonna lie. Because transparency here, right? Today and from this day forward, it's transparency. You can't pop that shit to me. And that's just the thing, like with me, when there's confrontations between me and other people, like people like to mess with me. And I don't like confrontations because I got short fucking temper. I'm going to be honest about mine. I got a short fucking temper, and I know I'll put my foot so deep. It'd be all kind of problems. And the first thing that person want to do, even though you started with me, y'all gonna want to get on the phone and y'all want to get on the phone and call the peoples. But you started with me. I'm just letting you know I'm not about to tolerate your bullshit. You're not about to be harassing me and stuff. I'm about to knock your shit in between the refrigerator and the stove. It's just that simple. You fucked around and you found out. Okay? But yeah, that's my experience. Get on the phone and won't call the peoples. Don't call the peoples when you don't start it with me. So this is why I don't like to be in confrontations with people, because I'll knock you in your shit. I'll knock you in your shit. So I avoid or I hold it in until I can't take it no more. Like with my supervisor, when she was harassing the fuck out of me because she knew she was a supervisor, there wasn't much I could do about it. She harassed and harassed and harassed up until the point before she started using magic. Whoever put her onto that, I don't know. I have a pretty good idea, though. I have a pretty good idea who put her on. But she harassed and she harassed and she harassed and she harassed, and I held it in. I held in and endured this bullshit for fucking 2 years until I filed a complaint. And not until another manager came in is when the shit got handled. And she left me the fuck alone. Because then she got challenged by that manager of the facility. That's what happened. I know a lot of people don't know what the fuck happened, and they've got a different story of that situation, but it ain't what the fuck y'all heard. And I'm telling you now. Because a certain person got me out here looking stupid and shit. Oh, she jealous. Jealous of what? Jealous of what? What could I possibly be jealous of? And if I'm the instigator and shit, I would have been the one sitting in the office being told off by the facility manager, not her. And not only that, but our manager for our side got told off. Like, why the fuck did you let this shit go on so fucking long? That was what was said. Because that manager, which is no longer with us, and shit, told me that's what the fuck was said. Why the fuck you let this shit go on for so long? But I'm sure y'all heard a different story. Anyway, so with that being said, back to my aunt and that situation about the so-called friend trying to unalive her. In that time that I had spoken with her, when I said that she was like, I wasn't a friend. When she called me and said why she called me and shit, I'm still puzzled about it today, because she was asking me, had I heard from my uncle and everything? And I was like, nah, it had been at least a couple of years, because when I would get in the fucking bind, I would call him and ask him to help me, whether if it was financially or, moving some shit or whatever, So I hadn't talked to him in a couple of years. So she hit me up and was asking me, had I heard from him and all that. The shit was weird. It was just real fucking weird. But anyway, when she asked me, then she gonna ask me, she's like, is she still alive? Talking about my aunt. I go, yeah. So with that being said, did that sound familiar to the other situation about my health in the beginning of this video? Asking, you sure you okay? You sure you healthy? There's a special place for her. There is a special place for her. Again, and I'm gonna keep saying this because I don't want this information to get construed with anything else other than what it is. Educational purposes, and hoping that people, even at my job, start doing things a little differently and start being a little more mindful of the mindset and the emotions of these women that they're dealing with or trying to hook up with, or whatever the situation may be. It's not my business. It's only my business when these women think that I'm a problem. I don't care what they do, honestly. I don't care. It's been going on. It's probably not going to change, but I just hope for my safety and my health, so on and such, that it changes, because it's dangerous. So just think of it like this. What if there's a woman that comes along, because there's people in and out of there all the time, especially during seasonal time. You get new people, and my biggest fear is that you might come across one that's not going to harm the woman that she's thinking that is in the way. She's not going to bother with her. She's going to fix you. She's going to fix you in the worst way. And why? Why put yourself through that shit just to go and tell a group of other people, yeah, I got the fuck and she did this X, Y, and Z? Why do that? You know, y'all be playing with the emotions of these women, and on the spectrum. I was watching some video where this lady was basically, she was like I'm doing right now, trying to make awareness, and she was like telling these men, she was like, y'all need to fucking stop playing with these women. She's like, I'm in these groups and these women got y'all's pictures and they basically fucking chanting all kind of fucking stupid shit over your lives and shit because y'all done some dumb shit to them or whatever. They all in a group chanting over these damn men that done them wrong. There's a video out there that's circulating where the lady is basically, she's like, I ain't even with this shit. This shit is like I don't think she joined the group for that type of stuff, but when it got to that point, she's like, what in the entire fuck is this? This is not what I joined this group for. I joined this group to be in community, maybe learn some things, not to be out here hexing on some damn men that y'all know ain't no good in the first fucking place. There are some evil souls on this earth. But there is a place. There is a place with plenty of room for them. And I've been there. Literally, there's little cells or rooms or whatever the fuck that shit is. You know, I got glimpses and shit before I got the fuck out of there. You know? And for a long time, I didn't even talk to nobody about this shit. It's just like now that I'm starting to talk about a lot of things that I kind of kept to myself and shit. I just recently told my son about my little trip to down there. And I said, I've seen other people and shit recently have made videos talking about, and our stories are all the fucking same. So I know it wasn't a dream. I'm not fucking crazy. Our stories are very similar. What we saw, what we experienced, it was all similar. But I got tempted by the devil, though. I got very tempted by the devil. The master of illusion. The master of deceit. As he disguised himself of a person that I clearly trusted. And why I trusted somebody that I just met, that ain't even me. But I don't know, it was just something about him that just seemed very trusting and honest. And like I said, I got that tattoo. This arm is Santo Muerte. Or some people call Holy Death. I got her after my surgery. So these two tattoos are from my experiences. People always ask me about my tattoos, but I never give them details behind the stories behind them. That's my story. Not to share with these people at work that clearly has one-track mind. So, yeah. I'll probably be on, make more videos about this. Maybe my knowledge, my experiences. I've had lots of experiences. Like, my story just don't stop here. You know? But I feel like I needed to come on here and vent about you women. I just keep the man you have if he's good. Use your abilities to create a shield around your relationship, an impenetrable shield. Okay? Protect the relationship you have. If there's some issues, fix it. You doing your work for all other kind of shit, so why not fix what the fuck you got? You know? That makes the most sense. Fix what you got. What you out here looking? What are you out here fishing? You already got a big fish, and you out here look. Well, that's not enough. You greedy bitch. Now you're not about to get nothing. Now you're gonna have nothing because you out here being greedy. You can't just be grateful for what the fuck you already have. And for as my relationship go, my divorce and shit, my last one, probably the other one too, because I've been married twice. Yeah. It had a helping hand. So that's why I'm saying protect your relationship. You do magic, put a shield on your relationship that you have already. Okay? That nigga volatile, don't do no love work on him. Do not do no love work on that violent ass nigga. Kick his motherfucking ass out. I ain't say protect no relationship with niggas knocking you in between the refrigerator and the stove. That ain't what I said. Don't even do it. Protect your relationship with that man that's working, paying the bills, and not giving you any fucking problems. Okay? You ain't got no woman coming to your door, calling your house and whatever, and he can keep his thing in his pants. Okay? Anything else and shit, go seek some damn marriage counseling and relationship counseling, whatever fucking counseling you need, go seek it. That's the problem with black folks. Black folks don't be wanting to go get no counseling, but you think these bitches is your counsel. And they be all the while standing behind you with a motherfucking razor blade in their hand, trying to figure out what's the goodest opportunity to slit your damn throat. Come on now. I hope this video has helped somebody. Me telling my little bit of my story. And you're probably saying, well, if you've been married twice, how the hell did that didn't come in the mix and shit? Because it was a lesson learned, right? Because I wasn't thinking that it needed to be protected. That's why I'm here telling you guys to protect what you already have if you have a decent man. And for you men, same thing. Stop out here fishing around for these damn unstable assholes. Stop. These motherfuckers be so quick to trap your ass with a key and be ready to fucking get on the phone, call your wife and tell her you about to have your baby and all this other fucking nonsense and shit. And then these motherfucking bitches be out here, they be out here getting unalive because of that shit, because you messing up this man's security and shit. You know, they willing to go to all stupid links to get rid of a side thing because you trying to fuck up his solid stuff. Stop doing that shit too. Stop putting yourself at risk and shit to try to take somebody's man and break up his home and all that type of shit. I done dealt with that. That's another video. But protect what you have. You know? Men, stop fishing around for these damn women that's not solid and shit. You know, they just, the motherfuckers, they like Mike, you know, shit, they like a goddamn Pop-Tart and shit. You put that shit in the toaster, boop. Pop-Tarts. They ain't solid. Ain't gonna last. So stop wasting your time with that. You know, what people decide or what they, you know, you get a pass. No, okay, hey, that's y'all. But stop fishing around thinking that you're gonna find better than what you already have and shit. Take the time to work on what you have and shit, or communicate to that person, because a lot of times there's failure in relationships because there's no communication on the shit that's going wrong in there. So people are just out here blundering and stuff, and nobody's addressing the issue. So instead of addressing the issue, I'm gonna go over here, slide over here with this, right? And then now you done open up a whole can of fucking bullshit because you didn't know how to fucking sit your ass down and communicate with the person that you've been with for 10 plus years that, hey, there's a problem, there's something I don't like. Oh, I wish, can we work on this? Can I have a little more of this intimately? Can we do something? It's simple. You can communicate all that stupid shit with this bitch that's not solid, but you can't. The bitch you've been with for 10 plus years? It's not making sense. It's not adding up. And I understand that a lot of times we're hard to communicate with. I was once like that. I'm still working on it. You know what I'm saying? But I learned that sometimes it's not easy for men to communicate with us because we be so quick. Well, goddamn it, instead of and letting that man speak, and then figure out from there how you can get over that hump. We be so quick, and you're not even fucking listening. And that's all they need sometimes is for you to shut the fuck up and listen. Sometimes we don't know how to shut the fuck up. Sometimes we are our own worst enemy. Self-sabotagers. All kind of shit. But that's my story. I'm a witch. Now, you can exit out now. I won't mind. Just make room for some more people like myself. Or people with open minds that's like, okay, maybe she got some good points here that I know that I'm doing wrong in my shit. Maybe if I try a little, okay, I don't listen. He do be trying to tell me something. I don't. Do you want that motherfucker going talking to another bitch? Think about that. Do you want him going to confining that bitch at work? That been sitting here thinking about how she could suck. You get the gist. I'm just saying, do you want your man going to talk to that bitch at work that been already fantasizing on how she could turn his ass inside out? I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to help you out. All you gotta do is this. Cause she gonna be like this. She don't listen to you when you're trying to, oh, that's so sad. I'm here for you. And rubbing on his transference. Rubbing on his back and holding his hand, giving him a soft caress on his hand. Telling you, that's all you gotta do sometimes. It's not hard. Just listen. I'm not perfect. I did it. I know what I'm talking about. Trust me, anything I tell y'all is some shit I done myself and learned from it. Okay? Just okay? That's the word for today. And I'll tell you this. You learn a hell of a fucking lot when you shut the fuck up and you listen to motherfuckers. Motherfuckers will tell you a whole hell of a lot when you shut your motherfucking mouth. They will tell you the world. They will tell you the plans to rule the world and to take over the world and every goddamn thing else when you shut the fuck up. Okay? They will tell you the plans to take over the world when you shut the fuck up. That's just make mental note of that, okay? So, work on your own shit. Stop out here, stop fishing. Women, stop fishing. Work on your own shit. Stop trying to do shit to a bitch that you think is, stop. Because all you doing, like I said, is you just digging yourself deeper and deeper down there. And I've been down there, and that ain't no motherfucking place you want to be. It's not. It is not. All right? I just barely got out of there my damn self. You know what I'm saying? But some of us have protection, and some of us don't. But work on what you have and stop fishing. Men, stop fishing. You know? Or if you're going to be out here doing the damn thing, whatever shit, make sure she knows what the hell it is, so she don't think that you her future husband. That's all I'm saying. Just let the bitch know you ain't her future husband. You know what I'm saying? That's it. It's just simple as that. Simple as that. All right? I think I've held y'all up here long enough. I know I'm gonna have some negative comments in the you know, but you know, and I mean, that pretty much tells you I don't give a damn. Like, at this point in my life, I don't care. I have nothing to lose. I have nothing to lose. I've always been a person that's had a plan, A, B, C, D, and X, Y, and motherfucking Z. Okay? So, if I'm not going to be at that job, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. I want to get out anyway. It's fine. It's just a matter of time for me. It's just a matter of time. You know? This shit has done nothing but wear me down, kill my spirit. And it's not a place for me, because the shit that goes on there, that my spirit can't take that. It can't. Because the shit, it's not a good place. It's not a good place for a person that's evolved beyond that. And some people have left. You know, some people have left, and because it just wasn't for them. And it's not because the money ain't right and all. No, the people ain't right. The energy ain't right up in there. You know, it has nothing to do with the money. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I'll probably be making more videos like this, or if y'all want to talk more about relationships, we can do that too. Just let me know what y'all want to fucking talk about. I'm here for the people. I think I have an idea of what I'm gonna do with this channel now, because you can see a lot of my shit is just real random on here, and I don't want to do that anymore. I want to be myself and not be worried about being judged, because I'm going to bring in the right people that's supposed to be here, you know. And for the ones that's not, then hey, you know, thanks for being here, and I'm not for you. Okay, you know what I mean? I'm not mad. I'm really not going to be mad, because everything ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? I completely understand that. You know, for people that don't like this or don't believe in this or whatever, they want to exit out, that's perfectly fine. I wish you the best. You know, this ain't for you. But the people that's supposed to be here will be here, and the ones that's not will not. It's as simple as that. But as you can see, I'm not sad about it at all. I'm relieved now. I feel a little better. I was anxious before. I feel a little better now that I could be myself. Maybe that was my problem, and I was just feeling anxiety and fucking anxious because I was not being myself, my authentic self. I'm not here to hurt anybody and shit. If anything, I want peace in my life and surrounding me, and with doing negative shit and whatever, and you tapping into that dark side, not only are you putting yourself at risk, but you putting others around you at risk. So just FYI, when y'all tap into that dark shit, because I know there are people that solely only fucks with the dark shit, and there's a special place for them. Just saying. But there are people that only fucks with that dark shit. And again, you men, For these women that's going in and out of our facility and shit, stop playing with them. Because again, what did I just say? There are people that only fuck with that dark shit. Then you be wondering why one morning you wake up and you got some horn sticking out your fucking tailbone and shit because you done fucking pissed off a bitch that only taps into that dark shit, okay? Stop. Just leave it alone. Y'all don't know nothing about this world. Y'all don't know nothing about this shit. Stop fucking around with these damn broads. Stop playing with them. Ask them permission to fucking be an ass. You know what I'm saying? Ask them permission. If they okay with it, they with the shits, okay, cool. But don't be fucking leading them on and all this other fucking bullshit. Now you done tricked this bitch into some psychotic bullshit. Now she at home chanting and wishing all kind of motherfucking hell and high waters on your ass. Okay, so this is it. And if you stuck through this through the very end, thank you. For those of you that have questions, you know what a comment box is. For those of you that are exiting out, thank you for being here. And for those who want to talk about more relationships and so on, I'm open to that. We can talk about it. I'm not a relationship expert. Let's be clear. But I can talk to you guys from experiences and stuff, and we can have a discussion. We can have a discussion about that. I think that sounds fair. I'm not a professional, so don't take that I have all the answers for every fucking thing, because I don't. All I have is experience from myself and watching others. This is why I tell my kids that are adults. I have experience of what from myself and what I've watched others do. I'm not an expert at all, okay? But we can have a discussion, and I can direct depending on the scenario. We not talking about doing no magic on some bullshit. We ain't gonna talk about that, okay? We're gonna talk about counseling, and possibly if it's a no good relationship, we talking about abuse, that's something you need to get out of, because it's not gonna get better. It's not gonna get better. It's not gonna get better unless he gets the help, okay? So we're open. The comment box is open to discussions that we can have here. Or we can keep talking about this magical thing. I'm open to that too. But this is me. And I think that's it. I'm out.